Hey everyone, welcome to Keller Acres. Today I'm going to show you how to make some homemade toilet bowl fizzies. These are great. I just made some this past week for the first time and I love them. I think this is going to be my new favorite toilet bowl cleaner, and these are super simple to make and they don't take long at all. I do have a recipe out there also. It's in my shorts it's a DIY toilet bowl cleaner that's just liquid, which is great too. But if you want to try something different, I think these are super cool. I really like them. All you need to make these homemade toilet bowl fizzies is some baking soda. I'm going to be using 1 cup of baking soda. I got this on Amazon. You can also get large quantities. Obviously you can at the grocery store, Costco, whatever, but you know, it's so easy just to get it on Amazon. Then you're going to need some citric acid. We're going to use a 1/2 cup of this. And all these ingredients are safe, by the way, too. So that is a bonus. And then I have 2 tablespoons of white vinegar right here. We may or may not use it all. We'll probably use just about all of it, but we're going to be pouring that in super slowly. And then whatever essential oils that you want to add. All right, let's get started. Oh, and you need an ice cube tray of some sort. The silicone I feel like works best because you just pop stuff out of these so easy. Silicone's great. For these toilet bowl fizzies, it's nice to kind of have a big one. You can use a regular ice cube tray, but then you might need like 2 fizzies rather than 1 when you go to clean your toilet. Where if you're doing a large one, you're only gonna need 1. This is, I think I got this at Target. It's just a whiskey ice cube tray. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna add 1 cup of baking soda to our bowl. And then 1/2 cup of citric acid. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stir this together with my spatula. Now, we wanna slowly, just a tiny bit at a time, even though this is a tiny amount of vinegar, we're gonna add it in just a tiny bit at a time and mix, because from what the directions say, your fizzies won't be fizzy if you don't add this in slowly. So my last batch, they turned out really nice and fizzy. Want to make sure this batch does as well. We may not need the whole bit of vinegar. We'll see. All you want it to do is have enough moisture to clump, to be able to get it clumping in your hands, which I'll show you. Also, we do not want to overfill this ice cube tray. I learned that last week when I made these for the first time. I used the same recipe. I made it into 4. I stuffed it all into 4. This time I'm gonna put it in 6 and this will rise. So yeah, I had it all stuffed into the top and then I come back a little while later and it is literally overflowing over the side of my tray. Whoops, so that is how we learn. Okay, I'm gonna pour in a teeny bit more. I'll also add in the essential oils before I add in all this vinegar, because again, we do not want this mixture to be overly moist. Just enough for it to come together. So at some point, you'll just kind of use your hand to get in there and just see how the consistency is, if it's starting to come together or not. Mine is not quite. So then you just add a couple more drops of that vinegar. You could also use a dropper to make sure you're not putting in too much at a time. And then kind of just keep testing it with your hand. Last time I did use almost the whole amount. Okay, mine is getting to a point I think I'm gonna go ahead. Still very powdery, but when I grab it, it's starting to kind of form. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my essential oils and then see where we're at. Just to make sure. I'm gonna add in about 10 drops of each. So I gotta count my drops here. I'm doing lemon and lavender. You can cinch yours with whatever. So I'm going to be doing about 20 drops total. Okay. Now I'll kind of use my hand to see where we're at consistency wise. Almost. Gonna add in a little more of that vinegar. I love DIY cleaning products. They're just easy, they're inexpensive, and a lot of them are just, you know, non-toxic like that. All right, a little more. Again, I am gonna use about all of this vinegar. Okay, I'll show you. We're ready. Once you can kind of form this like this, I mean, it's still kind of powdery. We don't want it to be like wet, but you just want it to be able to squeeze it into your hands like that and be able to get it to stick together. Then we're ready to get it into our tray. So again, do not fill this to the top. I'm gonna just start by putting an even amount in each of my 6 slots, and then if I have leftover, then I'll add a little bit here and there. And I'm just pressing it down in there. As I put it in, press it down in there really good. Then once we get all of this in here, we're gonna let this harden for an hour or so. And we can pop them out. And then you're ready to clean your toilet. Then for storage, I put mine in a gallon Ziploc baggie, the ones I made last week. If you do that, do not seal the baggie. It will fill up with air. So you can put them in a baggie, just don't seal the baggie. Leave it open so that some air is getting in there, or you can put it, you could put it in a little jar, make it kind of decorative. Also, just in case you're interested, I am going to be doing a video on dishwasher tabs. My dishwasher tabs that I've been using, I get them at Costco and I love Costco, but sometimes they just don't dissolve. Actually, kind of frequently. I'll go to open up the dishwasher and the entire tablet has not dissolved. And so sometimes I have to rerun. You know, sometimes it's just a tiny bit that didn't dissolve, so it's fine. But other times it's like none of it hardly did. So then I have to run the dishwasher again because obviously the dishes didn't get clean because the soap didn't dissolve. So I just think, you know what, maybe homemade tablets like this would be better. So I am excited to try that. But for that, you need a regular size ice cube tray because obviously giant ones like this aren't gonna fit in that little compartment you put them in. That would be too much. So I don't have a regular ice cube tray. So I need to get a regular ice cube tray so that I can do that. So that will be coming up in a video. I'll be trying it out though first to make sure it's fine before I share the video. Experiment first, that's what I did with these. All right, there we go. Now we're just gonna let them sit on the counter for about an hour. All right, I'm back. It's actually the next day. These do dry out in an hour or two, so you are ready to use them right away once they've dried out. I just didn't have time to finish the video yesterday. So we're just gonna pop them out of this silicone mold now. Check that out, isn't that so cool? I can't wait to make a dishwasher tablet next. I found a mold to use. I think I mentioned that earlier in my video that I am going to be making some for the dishwasher. So I will test them out first. And if I like them and they work, then I'll be sharing that recipe. All right, let's go pop one of these in the toilet. All you do, drop it in, it's gonna fizz, let it fizz, do its thing and completely dissolve, and then just scrub it as normal. If your toilet's extra dirty, you can let that set in there for a little bit before you scrub it. And then obviously you can always do a second tab if you feel like it needs just a little bit of extra. Okay, my toilet's actually clean because I just cleaned it recently with these tablets. All right, there it goes. You can see it fizzing, kind of cool. So this doesn't really take long to dissolve at all. It's just gonna fizz. And then as soon as it's done doing that, we will scrub.
All right, all done fizzing. Just takes a couple minutes. So then just go in and clean your toilet as usual. Again, let that soak if it needs it. And that's all there is to it.
All right, I am going to store the remainder of my toilet bowl cleaning tablets in a gallon-sized baggie. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, just don't close up the baggie because it will fill up with air. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and give these toilet bowl cleaning tabs a try. Drop a comment if you do. I'd love to hear about it. See if you like them as much as I do. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Give us a like if you liked this video, and you can also follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Keller Acres.